What keeps you from enjoying the kind of success you're truly capable of? Not only are you going to find out, I'm going to show you how to overcome it. What's really holding you back is outside of your conscious awareness, which is why it's not obvious and also why it's so incredibly frustrating. So how do you change something you're not even aware of? Since you're here, you've probably already realized that affirmations and visualization doesn't work well, if at all. Neither is enough to alter your unconscious, especially the deep-rooted stuff hanging out in the dark shadows. By the end of this video, you're going to learn the secret that no one else is teaching about how to reprogram your unconscious so that you transform your life and never feel held back again. If that sounds too good to be true, test it for yourself and let me know what your results are in the comments below. What do you have to lose? Perhaps nothing, except everything you could gain if you do try it. I'm also going to throw in a bonus at the end where I will reveal what your most powerful beliefs are, which is something you're definitely going to want to know because they're likely the beliefs you overlook the most. Before we get started, there's an amazing booklet that you can use as a companion with this video and some of my other videos. It will help you map and organize all of the information you will need to move your life in the direction that you want to go. You'll find a link to it in the description below this video. Okay, get ready, because I'm about to tell you this very moment what's really holding you back in life. But unfortunately, knowing what it is isn't enough to help you at all. It's what follows afterward that will make all of the difference. What's holding you back is your unconscious beliefs, what we call limiting beliefs. See, I told you. It didn't change anything, did it? But what will change it is learning how to transform your limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs. Let's get started. The first step is the trickiest part, and that is eliciting the limiting belief. Like I said, it's unconscious. So we have to find a way to take something that is unconscious and bring it into consciousness. Think about an area of your life that you feel held back in. And don't say that you feel held back in life in general. Sure, you may feel that way, but that's too vague to work with. We need to chunk down a bit and get more specific. Choose an area of your life. Think about what you want most, and then ask yourself, what's holding you back from doing it or getting it? Now listen to that little voice that you've been trying to ignore for most of your life. The annoying one that likes to tell you about all the things you can't do and all of the things you'll never have. Yeah, that one. Don't be afraid of it. Listen to it. What does it say? I'll give an example of a limiting belief that plagued me for years. A belief that I didn't know that I had that kept me from making the money and having the career that I always wanted. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to get ahead financially. I went from working jobs I hated to working better jobs that I hated that paid more. But somehow I still couldn't seem to achieve my financial goals. Finally, I started my own business, which I thought I was going to love since I would finally be my own boss and have all of the freedom I wanted, including the freedom to make as much money as I wanted. Well, I ended up hating that business as well because the work was uninteresting and it was tedious. Speaking of work, I worked more hours a week in that business than any job I had ever had. So I didn't really have freedom either, and I still barely had enough money to live on. While still running that business, I decided to start a passion project, a business where I truly did love the work. The only problem was that I couldn't seem to make enough money to do it full time, so I could quit my other business. I applied the techniques I'm going to show you here, and I discovered the limiting belief that I had been carrying around for most of my life that was making it impossible to succeed. When I did that, everything changed. What I discovered when I asked myself what was holding me back was that I believed that in order to make money, I had to do things I hated. And everything that I enjoyed doing, no one would ever pay me for. This seemed absolutely real to me, like it was simple reality and nothing could change it. But it was making me miserable, so I really wanted to change it. Now that I was conscious of this belief, didn't seem like a fact of reality so much anymore. Just seeing it written down on a piece of paper made it possible for me to question it. When you ask the question, what's holding you back? The answer might pop right out for you. For others, you may need to spend some time journaling about it to tease the belief to the surface. Have a conversation with yourself. and write it down as you go. And there will be some of you who still struggle to uncover your limiting belief despite having many conversations with yourself while journaling. In that case, I recommend finding a good coach to help you accelerate this process to get you to where you want to go. There's no reason to put up with this any longer. The sooner you overcome this, the sooner you'll make the life happen that you want. And yes, by the way, I do coaching. If you're interested, just drop me a comment below. Once you can write out the limiting belief, it's time to move on to the next step. Just like self-doubt can weaken your belief in yourself, you can also leverage doubt to weaken your limiting beliefs. If you're an NLPer, now is the time to whip out the meta model and apply it. If you don't know what NLP is, or you do know what it is, but you haven't studied it, just watch my videos. I only have about 750 of them that I've made on this channel, and most of them are about NLP. Let's use my old limiting belief as an example to show you how to weaken your limiting belief. My belief was, I can only make money doing things I hate, and no one will pay me for doing things I enjoy. According to whom? Gee, I don't know. I guess according to me. But if it's according to me, then I suppose I can change it. Is this belief true for everyone or just you? No, actually, I know plenty of people who make lots of money doing things that they enjoy. So I suppose if they can do it, then I should be able to do it too. Have you ever enjoyed something you got paid for? Several times. Have you ever enjoyed making money? Several times. So apply questions like these to your limiting belief in order to create doubt about the belief. Now that the belief has been weakened, it's time to think about what would you rather believe instead, and write it down. In my case, I wanted to believe that I could make even more money than I ever had by doing something that I enjoy. So the empowering belief that I wanted to create was, I can make more money than I ever have by doing what I enjoy. So write your new empowering belief that you want to create. Now ask yourself, what if this new belief was true? What would your life be like if it was true? How would it be different? When I asked these questions about my new empowering belief, I suddenly could see myself making videos, teaching, and coaching because I enjoy those things. It also made complete sense for the first time that this could actually work. I could make more money doing this rather than the business I hated because I could offer more value and I would be more motivated doing something I enjoy. The belief started to get stronger. Now the final step is to start looking for evidence in your life experiences that support your new empowering belief as true. It doesn't matter how small the evidence might be, include it. Build this belief with every experience you've ever had that supports it, no matter how big or small the experience was. For me, I thought of every time I got paid for anything I enjoyed doing. I also thought about how little I got paid for all the things I hated doing. The more you think about these experiences, the stronger your new empowering belief will become. Keep adding these experiences to this new belief until you really start to believe it. Then start thinking of future experiences you could have that would make this belief true. Use your imagination to create them. Keep them vague since the future hasn't arrived yet. And also make sure you can see yourself in these experiences like a third-person perspective rather than a first-person perspective. This will turn up your motivation. You might be wondering if it worked for me. Did I transform my limiting belief into an empowering belief and turn my money situation and my career around? Yes, completely. It worked incredibly well. I'm now doing exactly what I want to do for my career, and I make more money than I ever have because it's a lot easier for me to make money doing something I enjoy rather than something I don't like. Now it's time for the bonus I promised. Your most powerful beliefs are not the beliefs you have about your life and all of the many things going on inside of it. The most powerful beliefs you have are the beliefs you have about yourself. What makes them so powerful is that your beliefs about yourself shape all of your beliefs about everything else. So when you encounter a limiting belief, ask yourself, what must I believe about myself for this to be true? One last time, let's look at my old belief as an example. I can only make money doing things I hate and no one will pay me for doing things I enjoy. I asked myself, what must I believe about myself for this to be true? The dark, limiting belief that I believed about myself that made this true was that I believed that I was a failure. This is what I felt deep down inside, but I repressed it so much that I spent the majority of my life, for reasons that I didn't know or understand, trying to prove myself worthy. Twice I fell into depression over this. Because this belief was so deeply unconscious, I couldn't change it until I learned how to do what I'm teaching you here. But when I did, everything changed. When you change a belief about yourself, it will have a radical effect on many limiting beliefs, shifting them all at once. This will change everything for you because your belief about who you are is the most powerful belief you possess. There's a lot more to teach you about beliefs and how to change them, but try this for now. This will get you started. And if you run into resistance, you'll want to check out this next video where I show you how to overcome it.